Hi, everybody. Welcome back to the blog. Thank you so much for reading. Thank you so much for listening. I really appreciate it, and I appreciate all of your feedback, your kind words. I really hope that what the information that I'm putting out is helping people. But what I wanted to jump on here today and talk about is I get a question a lot from clients about metabolism being damaged. Because I meet a lot of women who are struggling with their hunger or they can't seem to keep the weight off anymore. And to be honest, I'm in that boat too. I all of a sudden am struggling, like, I've put on weight and I cannot seem to lose it, which is why I have completely stopped trying to lose the weight. And the reason for this is because I started thinking about human biology. I started thinking about how humans evolved, and it made a whole lot more sense to me when I started to understand that how we evolved is actually runs in dieting. Those two things run completely counter to each other, especially if you're trying to do one of these diets. It seems like everybody wants to lose weight really, really fast. So I want to preface this with, I am not all of a sudden a trainer who has gone rogue and is like, go eat donuts and, go eat junk food and stop exercising. That is absolutely not what I'm about. However, I have come to the realization that it is in fact the diets and trying to constantly lose weight quickly, and then regaining that weight, and this whole yo-yo cycle of dieting is what has caused me to now not be able to lose the weight that I've gained. And over the next several blog posts, I'm going to sort of go through why diets actually are absolutely what you don't want to do. You don't want to try and lose weight really fast because it goes against human biology, the way that we evolved. And so in this blog post, what I'm basically talking about is it's very common sense. If you start to think about how humans evolved. So we evolved over 6 million years, roughly. Now, if you look back over our evolution, and you think about it, what was the #1 threat to human existence? Any ideas? It was famine or starvation. That would be the #1 threat. And the whole goal of any animal is to, 1, survive, and 2, reproduce. And so for humans, because famine and the threat of starvation was basically the #1 threat to our species as a whole, humans spent 6 million years, our bodies spent the past 6 million years evolving ways to combat starvation. And so the minute that your body perceives something like a famine or a starvation situation, our bodies don't realize that there's a difference between what was happening, 10,000 years ago and right now. Our bodies don't realize that, oh, we're just going on a diet. It's not a famine. So basically, when you go on a diet, your body starts sending out, your body says, whoa, food is not available. I need to I need to send out the hunger signals. I need to store fat quickly. And I need to hold on to this fat. I need to hold on to whatever I can. And you have to remember, this is a survival strategy for us. Our bodies don't realize that we're in this environment where there's food constantly available. So in the grand scheme of human history, this is why we're still here, because our bodies became very efficient at gaining weight, at storing fat, and at losing it very slowly. So anyway, if you start to think about this stuff, this is going to give you an idea of why 95% of all diets fail within the first year, with any weight loss being put back on, and why almost 100% of diets fail within 5 years. So again, you know, that failure rate, we should all be taking a step back and saying, you know, there's all these diets on the market. Why is none of this actually working? You would think that by now we would be like the thinnest generation of humans that ever lived, considering there's so much information out there and there's so many diet plans, there's so many exercise and workout plans, but that's just not the case. And again, I think it's because diets actually go against our biology. So in the next couple of blog posts, I'm going to be talking about a little bit more about what happens when you trigger the starvation response in your body and how yo-yo dieting actually makes you fatter in the long term, how any sort of dieting really makes you fatter in the long term, and studies do play that out. And then in the final post, I'm going to talk about solutions and what you can do so that you aren't triggering this this very animal response to dieting. So anyway, I hope that this was helpful. If you find these, if you find any of my blog posts very useful, I would love it. It really helps me out to spread my message if you would share it with people that you feel need to get this message. So anyway, I hope that you all enjoyed this. Thanks again for reading and listening, and have a great day. Bye.